Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to SevTech Ages. So as we saw in the last episode, we figured out how to do horse breeding and we have tons and tons of horses now. So we need to find a home for these guys now. We only have room for 4 of them in our barn stable. We could expand that to hold 8 instead of 4, but also I would like to put a stable down here at the warehouse as well. So this area, whoa, stop bouncing. So this area right here is a prime candidate for the stable for here in the center of the town or the base or whatever. And so that is kind of what I want to be working on today. But before we get into that, I want to show you guys a little something that I made up. And because we are now into age 3, we will be getting into immersive engineering reasonably soon. And so with immersive engineering, we are definitely going to need a lot of the industrial hemp fiber. Now, the industrial hemp seeds we can get from our trader over here, and we can get those at the cost of 2 gold ingots. Now, traditional farming would be very simple with that. You just, till a spot of ground, plant a seed, let it grow or bone meal it, and harvest it, replant the seeds that you get from that, and so on down the line. Well, I have the ability to work with redstone now. So if anyone has ever watched me, they know I love my redstone. I love automation. So I made this simple little thing. So we don't have the ability to make a comparator yet, so instead I had to make a regular repeater clock. So to turn this thing on, we just quickly flick this lever on and off, and that will cause this to start cycling. Now to turn it off, I have a sticky piston here with a block in it. Well, when I depower this piston, pulls the block out and breaks the circuit. So this works, but if you leave it on too long, it doesn't. So you have to be really quick, and I hit it too many times there. So you get the cycle going, and then you take and put a little bone meal in the dispenser. So I have a piece of industrial hemp here right in front of this, and we will see that it will cause the hemp to grow, and it will not use more than the bone meal that it's needed. Even though it's throwing out particle effects, it's not doing anything. So all that we have to do is stand here with our left mouse button clicked, and every time that hemp grows, we'll break it, and then another one will grow up in its place. Now doing this, I have gotten a very large amount of hemp fibers and hemp seeds, and we're going to need both because we will need plant oil later on from the seeds, and the hemp fiber will be needed for a lot of recipes, most notably the cloth and things like that. So yeah, if we look at what I've got here, I have an awful lot of this hemp stuff. So we're going to have to set up somewhere here in our warehouse for immersive engineering items, and I kind of need to get this Twilight Forest stuff moved around too. But I have moved all of the redstone items into this box, including the ore and the redstone itself. So this is where I've got my redstone stuff. I had to move leaves into here because I actually ran out of room here in my chest for saplings. And part of that is because I made a huge amount of spruce wood that I turned into charcoal. Now that charcoal, we have a huge amount here. We have, on the back of our little skeleton house here, we have 2 storage crates that have they're completely full of charcoal. Those are going into hoppers that are going into our furnaces inside. And then I also made an entire chest of torches for Apache. And we still have this much extra. So yeah, I made a ton of charcoal. But yeah, I think that should be it for updates as far as between episodes. Oh, well, no, there's one other update between episodes. And that is that I went to the Twilight Forest and did some mining. So we have a whole bunch of lapis here, but this is only a minor amount of the lapis that we've gotten. Because if we grab our tools and look at our hammer and our lumber axe, both of these guys have Fortune 3, and 3 levels of speed. So this mining hammer is now extraordinarily fast, and I hear one of these guys growling. Yep, that's what I figured. So I want to see if this is... No, stupid dogs. I wanted to kill that guy. So it might affect the drop rates on some of that stuff. I don't know. But it does look like this dog needs to be fed. Okay. But anyway, so we got tons of lapis. I also got quite a bit of redstone to get the haste on there. But then also we can see there's a whole bunch more chests in here. I got another vein of tin, so I had to move that out of the copper box because we actually have too much tin to work, tin and copper to fit them together in a double chest. We got all the copper in here, and then I have tons of iron products, and a bunch more gold, but we also have nickel. So I managed to find a little of the limonite, which will occasionally drop nickel. We'll need that for later on, I believe, in the making of, well, Constantan for sure, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple others that we need nickel for. I also have almost an entire chest of aluminum already, almost a chest of regular coal, and then a whole bunch of silver and lead. So, been doing a lot of mining, and we'll be using a lot of that stuff here in the coming episodes, especially as we start getting into some more mechanical things. But so this stable that I want to build, this is going to be the first building that will go into our newer style of build, which is going to be more of an industrial age. So I'm not sure what that is going to look like or what blocks are going to be used in it. So I need to do a little research, see what blocks we have available, and yeah, when I get a block palette and maybe a floor layout set up, I'll bring you guys back and we'll take a look at it. So I've been looking at a lot of research images, and one of the first things that I've seen in most of the pictures that I'm looking at is that the roads and paths and things like that in most of these, not medieval, industrial era buildings go right up to the edge of the building. So the first thing that I need to do is update the path here. So yeah, this is going to be still the same blocks that we used over in the other because it kind of looks like cobblestone. So that's kind of what I'm going for. But so there's going to be a lot of block placing here, random block placing. And that should make this area look nice. And then what I've got planned next is we're going to have the foundation for this stable coming straight up from the roadway. But the entrance is going to be up here. Now I've looked at a lot of reference images on various different styles of stables from the 19th century, and basically come to the conclusion there's two different styles of stables. The first one would be for a more well-established city, like ours kind of is. And those tend to use a lot more bricks, they're a bit more ornate, and just in general they look real nice. The other would be a frontier type town from the American West, and they use almost exclusively wood. But since we have the slightly more built up community here, we are going to be going for the more brick area, and I'm actually going to be using a brick that may make a few of you cringe. But we'll talk about that in just a little bit once I get all of this stuff done, because yeah, I've been getting really tired of looking at this grass in front of the warehouse anyway. It just, yeah, it did not feel right in the slightest to have grass around here. But so, yeah, I've got a fair amount more blocks to place here. Gonna try to make this as random as possible, and I might also make a bunch of tanks to pick up all of this lava before I seal it off. Now, I did notice that a few things from Buildcraft have been opened up with age 3, and so we can now make the Buildcraft tanks. So if we take a look here, not tanks, tank. So we have the Buildcraft tank. Now, I think this only holds 4 buckets, but it might be 8. But I don't think that we can just break them to pick them up. I think we'll have to carry them, but it just takes 8 pieces of glass. And you know what? As long as it's going here, let's go ahead and do this. So, no, not that one, this one. So, well, we have some ornate glass. Now, what did I do with the rest of my glass? Oh, I think I know what I did with it. Yep. Yeah, that's not supposed to be in there. Oh, no. Actually, that should be over here. All of the glass should be in here. So let's just grab 8 pieces of glass real quick. We'll make one of these up. So there we go, Buildcraft tank. Now I will want to come over here and grab a bucket, because the bucket that I have in my inventory, I believe, has water in it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get our tank and our bucket, and let's just see what happens here. So we'll pick up 1 piece of lava here and then see if we can break the tank. I have no idea. Alright, so actually it looks like this may hold 16 buckets. So is that going to hold? No. Okay, so we will have to do one of our things where we go like this with the carry-all or carry-on or whatever in the heck that mod is that allows us to just pick everything up. But so yeah, I'm going to make a whole bunch of these tanks, and from what I remember, these actually do connect when they're stacked. So I'll just pile these up, and maybe we can get a faucet from Tinkers to work with this as well. So that would be kind of nice. Looks like we're going to be able to hold a lot of liquid in one of these. So yep, I'm going to get this all cleaned up, get the road done, and then I'll be back. Well, I have to say this area looks much better now. Now, I did have some spawnable space here in the middle, so I did have to put some stone brick lights down from Ferdinand's Flowers, but also I started making these iron lanterns from rustic. Now, this is something new that has just been opened up to me, and they're pretty easy to make. They take a piece of, oh geez, I can't get the recipe. It's a piece of coal in the center with a iron ingot top and bottom. But that makes 4 of those, so you don't have to light them like you do these wooden ones. So yeah, and they look real nice. Definitely fit the industrial age style. But now that we've got this and we've got a foundation set up here and a path going up here, we have the building itself to build. So yes, you can tell from my inventory, granite. We are going to be using granite for this build. Now, I used chisel to make these small bricks, and I think these actually look really nice. Now, the only thing that would make these better is if the grout lines were a little bit lighter, but I don't think it's going to be bad. But I am going to use some granite bricks, just some regular granite bricks from Quark, to frame the windows. So we're going to put that underneath. We're going to use a little of the silk glass panes that we used in our farmhouse. And then on top of this, we are going to put an upside down granite stair. So that is going to be the look of the front of it. Now, yes, I know glass probably is not the best idea here. Probably be better with iron bars or something like that, but I think I'm going to try to make this work. I'm going to basically wrap this all the way around the building. This is going to need to be at least somewhat of a 2-story building, because since this is a stable, they should have storage for hay, just like the barn over there. So I am going to wrap this around. I still haven't decided what I want to do for the floor in here. That's why it's not completed. And also I need to pull a little bit of this ground back away from here because, yeah, it shouldn't be up against the edge of the building. we do have this natural line here. So this part curves that way, this one comes out here and then curved back. So I think we can curve this out just like the other one and then take it back over to that and it'll look fine. So yep, I am going to get going on that. I also might put a little bit different things around the border of the entrance here, but I don't know. I'll have to see what it looks like when I've got this all built. So yep, I'll be back in a little bit. Well, I actually decided I needed to kind of change the shape of this building because it was too much of a square. So I did make it a bit shorter this way and then longer that way. But I decided I'm going to keep this wall here, and I'm probably going to extend it all the way down here until it disappears into the hill. So I kind of like that idea, and then we can put another building behind it. Now, I am not overly sure about these marble stairs on the outer edge. I would kind of like to have something that is white, but maybe not that white. I guess I could go with like some of these polished limestone stairs. They wouldn't be quite as bright, but yeah. So I've got the cobblestone path coming in here, and then I've got it kind of broken up inside, and I kind of feel like I've put too much of this stuff in here. It's meant to look more like there's, you know, manure and dirt and things like that that have come off of the horses in here, but I kind of feel like it should be cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of that. I also use silver bell wood inside of here to give it an internal structure. And then I use some olive wood and some stone slabs, just in general to make it look nice. But we have quite a few horses in here. I kind of feel like there should be a bit more for like maybe a tack room for saddles or something like that. But I don't know. For the moment, I'm going to call this done. Let me know what you guys think of it, if you think there should be any changes or what those changes might be. But to finish out the episode, I would like to work on a couple of quests, or advancements, I guess. And I want to kind of go backwards and pick up a couple of these that are in Age 2. Now, we have a couple of them that I can very easily do, but I'm not going to worry about that. I want to get this one. So the extended crafting. So craft the basic crafting table from extended crafting for more complex recipes. So if we look at the recipe on this, we need these basic components, which are black iron slate, stardust, and iron rods, or I guess we can use luminescence. That's still going to take stardust, but we would get 2, so we could actually do this pretty easy because we do actually have some glowstone dust that we've picked up from the Twilight Forest. But we have other things that we need too, and this black iron, we're going to need some crushed black quartz, and I don't have any. I've been searching and searching through the warehouse, and I seem to remember that I have used it all. So I've got to head to the beneath and go find some black quartz real quick, and yeah, that's... Hopefully I can get a bit extra from using fortune on those, but it is going to take a bit to find it because, well, quite frankly, we have a lot of things that... Oh, God! That... Holy cow, that was loud. But, yeah, it's probably going to take me a bit to find this stuff because I've pretty well cleared out the area right around the base of the ladder here. So, yeah, I've got to go and do some... Why didn't I bounce? I don't know. But, yeah, I've got to find some black quartz. I do happen to have a lot of torches with me. And so, yeah, I'm going to see if fortune makes any difference on this. For starters, if not, I guess I can use Silk Touch. But, got to find some black quartz before we can continue on. So, I will see you guys after I get that all taken care of. So honestly, I think I have enough black quartz here, but now I have been looking at the best way currently to get that black quartz into the ground quartz, and I don't know why I was thinking that this was going to be fortuned, but it looks like the best way to do this is with the Astral Sorcery Grindstone. Now the way to make this is with a piece of marble, 2 planks and a stick in the luminous or better crafting table. So I've got that stuff. But another thing, I found a limonite ore in the beneath, and so yeah, we got a whole bunch more iron and nickel out of that. But it's just coming into nighttime, so we'll go ahead and head up to the top of our astral sorcery area here in just a bit. Boy, we're getting a lot of iron there. Speaking of astral sorcery, we might have to look at how to turn that iron ore into the other ore. So let's head up to astral sorcery, and we should be able to make this grindstone now. So let's see. Do I have the wand in here? Yes, okay. So let's go ahead and head up here, and we will make our astral sorcery grindstone. And we're going to need that here very soon anyway, because I think next episode we might actually do some stuff further into astral sorcery. So the recipe for this was just, that was wrong, that, and those, and then we'll just hit this with our resonating wand. This shouldn't take very long. And then the way to use this, you take this thing, and actually here we'll just drop off the side of this. Try to get out of this rain, because yeah, I know the rain just absolutely murders the frame rate. But we'll go ahead and go in here for now, and I think we'll actually go up to the second floor with this thing. So we'll just set it down here, and we take some of our quartz here, we'll put it on there, and then we just hit the grindstone with our right click, and eventually this will turn into that. And I believe we need an empty hand. No, we have to shift click that. So we actually got 2 of the crushed quartz out of that. This gives us a 70% chance or an 80% chance of doubling. So yeah, this is going to take me a little while. Oh, that happened really quickly. So we got 2 again. Nice. So yeah, I'm going to go through and do this entire set. We got 2 again. Wow, that's a pretty good return. A lot better than the singles that we always get on the other. So yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit. So I got quite a bit of that crushed black quartz extra. So actually, if we go like this, we can see we have the 57 that we had originally in ore, which is what we would have gotten had we used our grindstone in the watermill, and we ended up with 48 extra. So yeah, very good return on doubling those. But so now what we're going to do is we're going to put 16 of these, or well, yeah, let's just go with 16 of them, into here with 16 iron. Now we technically only need 9 of these right now, but in order to make the advanced crafting table, we're going to have to go up a step anyway. So we have to make 2 of these to make that thing. And then we need a whole nother set of them. So actually we need quite a few of those to get that done. But this is going to take a while to cook. Once I get those done, then I will make those into black iron slates, which is just smashing them on the anvil. And then we'll be able to get the rest of this done. Now I've got pretty much everything else ready. I've already made the iron rods. I've made the luminescence, which I made with some redstone, glowstone, gunpowder, and stardust. And the rest of it's pretty simple. An iron block and a couple of crafting tables. So yep, I've got some waiting on these. I don't think you guys need to see me smashing them, and we'll be back in just a bit with the crafting. So continuing on with this, we can now make 8 of these basic components. So we'll make those. And then we need to make this basic catalyst, which is going to take a black iron and 4 basic components. So there we have that. And now we need to make this. What? Oh, I made 2 of them. God. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, so I have everything now. So we can now make this basic crafting table, and we get extended crafting iron. So I'm not sure where I want to put this thing. I guess for now we'll put it here. And this still has the same size crafting grid, but we have this that we can make with that. Now we are going to have to get a lot more stuff from the between lands. Actually, we do have to get this from the between lands, but we have to get a lot more stuff from the beneath Twilight Forest, one of those things. So we still have to get the Alpha Yeti fur. We have to get a lamp of cinders and a lot more charms of keeping, because I believe to make one of these takes 81 of the 4 and 4, so 16. We need 32 of the charms of keeping. I'm not sure what we have for charms of keeping. What do we have for that? So we have, where are they? 31. We are one short. Really. So yeah, we are not able to do that just yet, but that is what that thing is going to be used for. And later on, we will be able to make that into this advanced crafting table. It's much the same process, but with golden rods. And yeah, these are going to be made just with gold plates. And the gold plates, of course, are gold ingots on there. And the use for this thing is we can start making airship parts from Beastcraft. So yeah, we have the balloon, we have the core, we have the engine, and this, I actually find this kind of interesting, this tiny coal engine we can make in regular crafting, and this is a really simple thing to make. So who knows, we might be able to get some airship stuff going on, and that's kind of the era that we're in right now. So yeah, future attractions of things that we will be working on. But yeah, I am kind of at a point where I don't know what else to do, so I think this is going to be it. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on, be sure to check that out. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on, be sure to leave that down in the comments. Check out Wandering One and Apache. Links are in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!